Hey everyone, Sky here to discuss Zombieland, starring Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, Emma Stone, Abigail Breslin, Mike White, Amber Heard, and Bill Murray, and directed by Ruben Fleischer. Forgive me if I said that wrong. Now, before I get into this movie, this is the 10th anniversary of this movie coming out in movie theaters. Yeah, I can't wait for the sequel. So let's just get straight into this movie, and let's see how good it is 10 years later. Welcome to Zombieland, where Columbus, as he's named after Columbus, Ohio, who's played by Jesse Eisenberg, has a set of rules like cardio, check the bathrooms, or should I say beware the bathrooms, and double tap, which means shooting the zombie twice in the head. And I thought that was funny, because the sequel is called Double Tap, and I'm liking this narration by Jesse Eisenberg as he's introducing us to his world filled with zombies. I actually like him much better here than Lex Luthor from this particular movie, where he was horrendous and miscasted. And here, I think he's a funny character as he sounds like a bitch. Sorry, Jesse, but don't worry too much about anything. Columbus gets introduced to badass Twinkie lover Tallahassee, played by Woody Harrelson, who's a tremendous actor, and I like his character as he's possessed with Twinkies, and his line, "Time to nut up or shut up," is a kick-ass one-liner, and Harrelson pulls that off very fucking well. Columbus gets a flashback of his neighbor 406, played by Amber Heard, having a panic attack with a guy that was homeless and bit her, with Columbus after she gets bitten by a zombie, a homeless zombie I'll say, and turns into one and kills her with a lid of a toilet, which was an intense sequence with some good dialogue. The writing here is tremendous in this movie. It's filled with great material and great characters, a sense of humor, and a great one-liner by Woody Harrelson. I love Tallahassee's sick sense of humor of zombies. Again, this movie works absolutely just fucking great. I'm a little concerned about that with the sequel, I must say. Tallahassee and Columbus are in a grocery store where they meet Wichita, played by Emma Stone, and Little Rock, played by Abigail Breslin, who steals their ride, and those who are to her sisters are on the run to a carnival in California, and I like both characters. Even Wichita, I always thought Emma Stone was attractive since I first saw this movie. While with no car, Tallahassee and Columbus take a yellow Hummer as a new ride, and I like we get to know these characters. For example, Tallahassee had a puppy and a son before Zombieland ever existed. And I thought that was a nice character moment. And I love the fact that he has a son that he cries over, too. Little Rock and Wichita take the Hummer with Columbus and Tallahassee. And then we're going to find that child out later in the film, by the way. Little Rock and Wichita take the Hummer with Columbus and Tallahassee in the car. While they drive together, we learn they love to steal money for rewards and love to play shooting video games. These characters are relatable. Here's an example of stealing money for rewards. A gas station clerk, played by Mike White, tries to give the fake wedding ring to Wichita as he believes she's engaged, which for real, she's not. And that was a nice trick, I might say. Wichita and Little Rock have a plan to go to California, as I brought up earlier, to the carnival, and they get there when Columbus and Tallahassee arrive in LA and go to Bill Murray's house and meet Bill Murray. I love that his biggest regret is Garfield, because I honestly thought he would say Charlie's Angels for reasons I'll get to when I get to that movie in a couple of weeks. But I love Bill Murray in this movie. He's a great hero playing himself. With some regrets, Wichita leaves and takes Little Rock to the carnival, in which earlier in the film they said there's no zombies until they're on a ride. They see zombies, and they run for their fucking lives to a ride that'll keep them high so no zombie can reach them, and shoots the control box. That's what it was. Control box. And Columbus and Tallahassee arrive to the rescue and make the zombies come to Tallahassee without eating him, following Columbus around until they double tapped and they both save Wachita and Little Rock, and they forgive each other and take off on their next adventures 10 years later. And I had fun with this ending and this whole movie. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 8.5 out of 10. This movie is fun, funny, and very entertaining, and I like the fact we get to know these characters quite a bit. The one-liner by Woody Harrelson is fucking great, and I like the actors and their parts, and this script is very smart. It's just so fucking entertaining. So I will be back next week with Zombieland 2 Double Tap, and until next time, good night.